So no, when I get somebody in here who actually is sensitive, I think that's the word. I think that's the word. I think Matt is 80 sensitive. I think that's a syndrome.
What? Say it again?
Yeah.
Matt Stanley is 80 sensitive. Even though when was he born? Like, what was it, like 3 weeks ago? I mean, dude, he just turned 21.
Did he seriously?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
No,
he's a monster. And he's humble as fuck too.
Oh, absolutely.
He's humble as fuck, which is so cool.
Absolutely. I mean,
but you know what? That's also a ninja. That's also a ninja trick. I'm not kidding you on this shit.
What?
I think this is important to know because you know. Let me like if you'd ever met Tony, if you'd ever met Matt, right?
Yeah.
You'd go in. Let's say you're in a room full of guitar players, right? And they're all a bunch of fucking half-cocked douchebags saying, look what I can do. Look what I can do. There'd be this kid sitting there that would be just kind of sitting there politely. And they'd be like, oh, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? And Matt be like, oh, nothing, man. I heard there was pizza. I'm waiting for the pizza, right? And these kids are like, oh, well, fuck this kid. He can't play. Bet you can't play none either, right? This motherfucker would pick up the guitar, and every single one of those motherfuckers in that room would go home. They wouldn't even stay for the pizza. They just go home. I mean, that's how good he is. He's that good. Okay, I'll leave it. I'll put it. I'll end my little, praising at the altar of
love
Matt.
fest.
This on one other thing. I've been, whatever tributes I'm doing, whatever gigs I'm doing my thing. I'm I don't consider myself an egotistical person at all, but I mean, I know I work hard at what I do.
Right.
I've had Mark Hafer come in during some of my shows. I've had Joe Massimiano, Jesus Christ, talk about a fucking god, come into my shows. Stuff like that. Jimmy Bell. Well, actually, I didn't know he was there. That's probably why I was able to. Like, I was okay because I didn't know he was there. But when Matt Stanley came in, I became very self-conscious of my playing.
Wow.
But yeah, I was like, because the dude's got ears. Like, he's aware. That's what I mean. Like, there's an awareness that he has in his playing. Yeah. The nuances that have long been forgotten. Speaking of, I'm sorry, Mark, you'll get a kick out of this because I wish Mary was here. She'd be fucking laughing her ass off. So I went out to see this band that I used to play in to support them and to, hang out with the new guitar player. Anyway, the night ended with me making a statement. I don't know where it came from.
Uh-oh.
But I made a statement that basically was, I have forgotten more than you'll ever learn. It was just some sort of stupid mic drop statement.
Right.
But I remember liking the statement, even though I didn't mean it. But I liked the statement. And that's the thing, like, that statement means is that, like, of all the things that we've played, Mark too, like Tony, you as well, playing through the 80s, man, we were there. We were in that moment. We were part of that moment, right? Well, it's, you listen to all these players that are like, even, I don't care what genre, and you hear them and it's great. They're very, but then you hear this young kid and all of a sudden you're like, it's kind of a reflex memory of, oh yeah,
I remember
shit.
that.
We used to be that good.